Hi, welcome to my channel, Zen and Fit. Today I'm going to be discussing how do you become more confident in yourself and not caring about what other people think of you. But before I jump into the video, if you could please do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and also share my content with anyone you know of that may be into these types of topics. I do discuss health and wellness, mental health, and lifestyle topics on this channel. Now, I can imagine for a lot of people out there, there's been a point in life where you were concerned about how other people perceived you, what they thought of you. Maybe that was during your teenage years or early adult years, or even, let's say, you're in your 40s, 50s, or whatever the case may be now. And so sometimes you got to put things into perspective of caring so much about what other people think of you. And it could be the simplest of things. It could be that you're in the work environment and you're trying to fit in with everybody. And so you're conscientious and concerned about how your peers in the work environment see you, what they think of you, especially if you're new into the workplace. Or let's say you're meeting family for the first time, your significant other's family for the first time, and you're concerned about how they may perceive you. And though some of that concern is a little bit normal, but when you notice that it becomes, that concern is elevated and you're so emotionally invested in caring so much about what people think of you, that's where you have to take a step back and kind of reflect on things and say, is this healthy for me? Yes, you want to make a good impression when you're starting a new job. Yes, you want to make a good impression when you're meeting your significant other's family. However, there has to be a point where you say, you know what, I have to be me. I have to be my authentic self and present my authentic self to these people and not be concerned of how they're going to perceive me, how, if they're going to judge me, because life is too short for that. And it's like, if you're always overly concerned with what others think of you, are you really truly living your life? And not only that, think about it, when you're so concerned about what other people are thinking of you, that can affect your mental health as well. You may feel or encounter anxiety because of it. And it's like, is that healthy? Is it worth it? And so it's kind of just putting things into perspective and just drawing a line in the sand and saying, you know what, this is me, this is who I am. And there's always going to be people out there who don't like you for whatever reason. Maybe it's the way you walk, it's the way you speak, it's the way your mannerisms, whatever it is. There's always going to be people who are going to say something about you. Even in the work environment, there's going to be people who don't like you. Maybe they're jealous of you that you got the position, or whatever, their own personal biases, because you're female, maybe because you're black or a different race, whatever it is. There's always going to be people judging you. And that's the moral of the story. And so it's getting to a point in life where you have to be comfortable in your own skin and knowing your worth, your value, what you bring to the table. And I'm not talking about just in the work environment. I'm just saying, even just in general, life in general, what you bring to this world. And just being comfortable and confident in yourself, and because it's peace of mind when you feel comfortable in your own skin and not so concerned, oh, is this person thinking I did something wrong, or how are they going to perceive this of me? It's like, who cares? And it's a simple conversation that I'm having right now, but you think about it, even in society, a lot of times people are trying to impress others. They're driving a certain type of car not because they may like that particular brand, but because it projects a certain image. Or the house you live in, the image you're trying to project to people and peers and family members. And it's like being comfortable with yourself. If you feel comfortable driving your 20-something-year-old car and it's getting you from point A to point B and you're happy and content with that, then why do you have to change that to try to impress other people? What are you really chasing after? And that's the question that you really need to think about. What are you really chasing? What is this really about? And so when it boils down to everything, it's being comfortable with yourself. And a lot of times we have insecurities about ourselves, which, I mean, a lot of people do, but there's a certain level where when you become so overly concerned with what society thinks of you, you're not truly living. And I can only imagine it becomes burdensome for you and emotionally draining when you're constantly chasing. And that's what you're going to be doing, chasing forever, if you continue to be on that cycle in life. And so sometimes you got to take a step back and think about, why is it so important to you to impress or appease other people? What am I lacking within myself? What am I not comfortable with within myself? And so it's a deep conversation, and sometimes it's helpful even going and processing this with a therapist, even to really get down to the bottom of things. Because forever and a day, people are always going to have something to say about you, no matter what. No matter how nice you are, how you compose yourself, people are always going to have something to say. So when you find yourself being worried and concerned about peers and other people, just keeping that in the back of your mind, people are always going to say something negative. Expect it in this world. And that's just the way things work. And so it's taking the time to work on yourself, being comfortable with yourself, being comfortable with who you are, and not trying to change yourself to appease other people, because you will forever be doing that. And it doesn't get you anywhere overall in the long run. So I just wanted to make a brief video discussing this, because I think a lot of people encounter this in life, where they're concerned about what people are thinking of them and constantly changing themselves or trying to appease others and not making themselves happy in the long run by doing this. So I look forward to reading any comments you have on this particular topic, if you can relate to this on a personal level. And if you could please do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe button, and also share this video with anyone you know of who may be interested in this. And until next time, take care.